Here with Spreading the Mojo. Football season is finally back, and the thing I always like to do because I have football parties is I always like to cook something from Tallis, and I always like to also cook something from the opponent's side. So this week we're going to have Mexican cornbread, Texas chili. One thing you want to do when you're cutting the meat is cut out the gristle, and I personally like to use ribeye, but you can use chuck steak, you can use almost any kind of meat that you like. You know, go to Home Depot, buy a couple of plants, and you can plant them and have them growing at your house. You put them on there, they're very aromatic and they're very, very flavorful. So I'm going to chop up some rosemary, some garlic, put the wine, the Worcestershire sauce, and balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to let that marinate. If you can overnight, it's even better because it'll give it more flavor. And don't forget a jalapeno pepper because I like everything nice and spicy. Make sure you take the seeds out the jalapenos and the membrane on the inside of it. Now that we've got our meat cut, I've got my rosemary, my thyme, and my garlic and everything chopped up with the jalapenos. We're going to sprinkle that up together. We're going to put some balsamic vinegar, some red wine, and some Worcestershire sauce. So that way it'll marinate and soak up all those flavors and get kind of a sweet, hot taste to it. I'm going to get plenty of balsamic vinegar up in there. Then we want to add some Worcestershire sauce. And then we want to put about a half a cup of red wine. Some pepper, some salt, stir it all together, and then we're just going to let that sit. While our meat is marinating, we're going to go ahead and slice up some onions, some green peppers, and some cowhorn peppers, which are another spicy pepper. If you don't like a lot of spicy peppers, it's okay. You can use more mild ones like regular green peppers and stuff, but I like food to have a real good kick to it. I like it to bite you. Our pot is hot right now, so we're going to go ahead and take that bacon and get it in there. We're going to brown that, and that'll actually give us the oil that we're going to use for sauteing onions and peppers. And while that's going, we're going to take a little bit of oil, we're going to put in the skillet because that's hot as well, and we're going to go ahead and brown our beef. And as you can see, the color has gotten a little bit darker where it's soaked up all of that, the wine and the vinegar and everything. While this is cooking, I like to add a little bit of chipotle chili pepper, and that's going to give it kind of a smoky taste to it. So now our bacon is just beginning to brown a bit, and I like to keep it a little bit soft, so I'm actually going to take the bacon out, and I'm going to leave the oil in there because we're going to use that for our sauteing our vegetables. In goes our peppers and onions, and we're going to let that saute real good. We also have to use beef broth. I've got about 4 cups of that. That's going to be added with the stewed tomatoes. Once this is all done, and what that's going to do is by putting the beef broth, it's going to lift that flavor off of the bottom. And we'll dump that in there, and that's going to lift those flavors off the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and put our meat in there as well with all of that juice that came with it. We're going to go ahead and drain the extra juice off of the tomatoes because we have enough with the beef broth. Okay, and then we're going to get that back to a boil, and we're going to turn it down after it does. I like to use chipotle pepper and use lots of that because that's going to give it that burnt taste. Then I like to use some dark chili powder as well. You want to put a good amount of that in there as well. Get a couple of sprinkles. So again, we want it to burn a little bit. Some dry thyme. Some cumin, and my secret ingredient is actually just a little pinch of cinnamon. Add the bacon along with all those spices, and we're going to let it simmer for about an hour. It's very simple to make Mexican cornbread. All we're going to do is we're actually going to use a pre-mix cornbread mix and follow directions normally for that. brown color. Boy, can't wait. And that's it. That's how I make my Texas chili. You can change it around a little bit if you like it spicier, add a little bit more spices here or there. Most good cooking is actually done by taste. For the full recipe, go to Joe Moo's Man Cave. The link is right here below, and I hope you follow along because every week we'll end up having whoever we're playing and something from Texas. Please subscribe, like, and comment for more recipes. And thank you for spreading the mojo.